Lesson 2, Part 1, Shopping. Today we're going to learn some useful phrases for you to use during your shopping in Korea. The lesson 2 is divided into two parts. First of all, you will learn some phrases that you were likely to hear when you walk into a shop so that you know what the salesperson is talking about and you know how to reply them. And even know how to politely tell them to leave you alone if they follow you around. Second, you will learn some useful phrases you are likely to use to ask for what you need, as well as phrases that you were likely to hear as an answer. So you need to know not just to ask questions, but also be able to understand what they're talking about. For useful phrases related to prices or payment process, Part 2 video will cover them. Please be reminded that this video was made in condition that you've already mastered all the Korean alphabets. Also, throughout the video, if you don't understand every single word of sentence, please don't worry because some letters don't mean anything, but it's just there to play a grammatical role, such as particles. It's important that you learn patterns and expressions as a whole to be able to apply in real situations. So let's start. 1. Phrases you will hear when you walk into a shop. When you walk in, all or some of the employees of the shop will be shouting at you, "Welcome" or "Please come in." And it should sound like this. 어서 오세요. 어서 오세요. 어서 오세요. Of course, you will unlikely to use 어서 오세요 if you're a traveler in Korea, but I am telling you these phrases so that you have two-way communication with Korean people. That means you can understand and speak for what you want and understand their answer. 오세요 means come, or in a formal or polite way. 어서, on the other hand, has got meaning quickly or hurriedly. So overall, this is an expression which means please come in or welcome. By the way, if you're in Korea, you will hear 세요 at the end of sentence a lot. 세요 alone does not mean anything because it's one way of ending a sentence. It's an instructive verb. It represents formality and the politeness to the action verb in use. So 오 from 오세요 is actually from an infinitive to come, 오다. 세요 represents, as I said, polite and informal instruction to do something. So together we say 오세요. It means please come in and welcome. In reality, though, people's tone will be slightly higher to make it sound more welcoming, like 어서 오세요, 어서 오세요, something like that. After greeting you, there will be two scenarios. 1, the salesperson leaves you alone, or 2, follows you around. In the first case, they might leave you alone saying following words. Please take your time to look around. 천천히 둘러보세요. 천천히 둘러보세요. 천천히 둘러보세요. 천천히 둘러보세요. Like that. 천천히 means slowly. 둘러보세요 is a polite way of instructing others to have a look around. 천천히 둘러보세요. Please take your time to look around. Once again, in real situation, people's tone will be slightly higher to make it sound more welcoming. 천천히 둘러보세요. 천천히 둘러보세요. Like that. In other times, they will just drop you a line saying, please tell me if there is anything you need. 필요하신 것 있으시면 말씀하세요. 필요하신 것 있으시면 말씀하세요. 필요 means need. 것 means thing or object. 있으시면 means if there is in a formal way. 말씀 means words or saying. 하세요 means do, instructing way of do something. So altogether, do tell me a say. Do say meaning do tell me. It's a polite way of telling you. Let them know if you need anything. Okay? 필요하신 것 있으시면 말씀하세요. Now, it's unlikely that you're going to use this phrase, but I want you to have a two-way communication. If they say something like this to you, try not to feel very threatened or feel very confused. It basically means, do tell me if you need anything, okay? In other case, the salesperson might follow you around and it might annoy you. Especially if you're shopping for shoes in department store, this might happen a lot. In this case, please try not to frown at the salesperson. According to my experience, one of the safest and a polite way to tell them to leave you alone is just saying, "Thank you, I will take my time to look around." So you draw the line saying, "I'll take my time to look around," meaning please leave me alone so I can have my own time to look around. Previously, you've learned how salespeople say, "Please take your time to look around." 천천히 둘러보세요. So if you want to say, "I will look around, taking my time," it will sound very similar to that. It will be 천천히 둘러볼게요. 천천히, slowly, 둘러볼게요. 천천히 둘러볼게요. 천천히 is slowly, as you know, and 둘러볼게요 means I will look around. It's different from previous 천천히 둘러보세요. 둘러보세요 is a polite way of telling others to look around. It's a polite way to instruct others to look around. It's a commanding tone. 둘러볼게요, on the other hand, is a polite way of telling others, in future tense, that I, subject is I will look around myself. Okay? 천천히 둘러볼게요. I will take my time to look around, which means actually please leave me alone. 천천히 둘러볼게요. So you tell them, 천천히 둘러볼게요, like that. Next, let's move on to two cases of scenario when people ask you if you need anything. Case 1, you want to say, "Yes, I am looking for something, something, something." Case 2, "No, 천천히 둘러볼게요." So leave me alone. So let's do that. Please tell me if there is anything you need. Well, you've previously learned that salesperson might drop a line saying this. 필요하신 것 있으시면 말씀하세요. 필요하신 것 있으시면 말씀하세요. But what if they ask you a question like this? Is there anything you need? Well, even if you don't know what that sounds like in Korean, when you hear the intonation, you will instinctively know that the sentence just ended with a question mark. But don't panic, just stay calm because there's only two questions they commonly ask, and let me help you how to answer them. First, in the sentence below, 필요하신 것 말씀하세요, right here, you obviously don't need 말씀하세요. To just say, "Is there anything you need?" salesperson will just say, 필요하신 것 있으세요, like that. Literal meaning is the 필요하신 것 is things you need, as I said before, and 있으세요 means is there, do you have, but more of formal. It's more formal way of saying is there or do you have. From here, we have one other slight alteration to make it another commonly asked questions by the shopkeepers. One is, instead of saying, is there anything you need? They could say, is there anything you're looking for? So it could be, so the word 필요 here, which means need at the front, will change the verb look for. So it will be 찾으시는 것 있으세요? 찾으시는 것 있으세요? It means things you are looking for. Is there? Do you have? You don't need to memorize this. 필요하신 것 있으세요? 찾으시는 것 있으세요? These kind of phrases. But just remember that they mean the same thing as the salesperson is asking you if you need anything and if they can be of any help to you. Okay? So you will have two answers. First, if you want to say, yes, is there something, something? Obviously, you will say this sentence when you have a clear idea of the name of product you want to buy. In this case, you say, 네, something, something, 있어요? 네, something, something, 있어요? Or you could say, no, I'll just look around. That's the safest way of turning them down. 아니요, 그냥 둘러볼게요. 아니요, 그냥 둘러볼게요. Meaning, no, I'm not looking for a particular thing. I'll just look around. I came here to just look around. Okay? Right. 그냥 here means just. And this does not mean an action that is completed in the very recent past, like I've just done something. Here, just means no particular reason or purpose, merely, that kind of meaning. So, 아니요, 그냥 둘러볼게요. No, I will just look around. And more natural way of saying would be 아니요, 그냥 둘러볼게요. Like that. 아니요, 그냥 둘러볼게요. So 아니요 will be pronounced a bit quicker. Instead of 아니요, it will be 아니요, something like that. But then obviously if you have anything that you're looking for, you say the product name, something, something. 있어요, like that. 있어요. 있어요 means is there. If there is, then they will say 네. Something, something, 있어요. It will go down. The intonation will go down, saying, yes, there is that product. 네, something, something, 있어요. 네, something, something, 있어요. Like that. In other case, a salesperson might start explaining things to you, saying they would recommend this and that, and try this one on, why don't you buy this, etc. I mean, if you're interested, you can have a look, but let's say you're not particularly interested. In this case, the phrase 둘러볼게요 can be quite handy as well. I see. I will look around a little more. 알겠습니다. 조금 더 둘러볼게요. 알겠습니다. 조금 더 둘러볼게요. 알겠습니다. 조금 더 둘러볼게요. Something like that. You can use this word 조금 and 더. 조금 means little. 더 means more. You can use these words in the restaurant. Say you want more side dishes. You want refill for your side dish. Then you say 더 together with words give me, which is 주세요. So you say together 더 주세요. 이거 더 주세요. 이거 means this. 이거 더 주세요. 이거 조금 더 주세요. You can use either. In Korean, we don't have different forms of comparative or superlative adjectives like in English, such as pretty, prettier, prettiest. We just use the word more, 더, in front of adjectives, or most, 제일, in front of adjectives to express comparative and superlatives. So they start explaining stuff, and not only you don't know what they're talking about, but also you don't want to waste your time listening to them. Then you can just say, 알겠습니다. 조금만 둘러볼게요. 알겠습니다. 조금 더 둘러볼게요. 알겠습니다. 조금 더 둘러볼게요. Part 2. Useful phrases to ask for what you need. So now, let's say you want something, and first of all, this is the situation where you can visibly see where the product is but can't reach it. Say it's behind the counter, or it's displayed quite high somewhere and you can't seem to take it down. Then you can point it out by saying, please give me that one, or please give me this one. Please give me that one, or please give me this one. For the first one, Koreans would say 적어주세요. 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 적어 means that. 주세요 means give me. 적어주세요. But since it's got 세요 at the end of it, it's a formal way. So it doesn't sound like a tantrum. It's a polite way of asking someone to give you something. 적어주세요. Now, please give me this one would be 읽어주세요. 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 읽어 means this, right? 읽어주세요. And you can combine it with the Korean words for more that you've just learned. 저거 더 주세요. 이거 더 주세요. 저거 더 주세요. 이거 더 주세요. Another phrase that might come in handy would be asking about sales offer. Now that you've picked up the product that you fancy, you might want to ask, is this on sale? 이거 세일하고 있어요? 이거 세일하고 있어요? 이거, this, 세일하고 있어요? Is this on sale? 이거 세일하고 있어요? In order to understand the salesperson's reply, here are some common numbers. We will learn numbers and time in more detail next time, but for now, I will tell you some common sales numbers. 5%, 10%, 20%, etc. So percent or percentage is pronounced as 프로 in Korean. We say 5%, 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, 5%, 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%. So it sounds very similar to Chinese numbers. And if it's 25% discount, for example, they will say 20, which is 20, and then you put 5, which is 5 next to it. 25%, like that. Now, the salesperson's full answer will be like this. It's on 25% sale. And there is two ways of saying it. 25% 세일하고 있어요. 25% 세일 중이에요. 25% 세일하고 있어요. 25% 세일 중이에요. Now, 중 is a new word here. 중 means at the middle. Of course, it means, overall, it means it's at the middle of 25% discount period. So if you ask, 이거 세일하고 있어요? Then the answer would be 아니요, or 네, 25% 세일하고 있어요. 25% 세일 중이에요. It's either. So alternatively, you can raise the voice upwards at the end of sentence if you want to ask whether this particular product, 이거, this particular product is on 25% sales. 이거 25% 세일하고 있어요. Like that. So instead of saying 이거 세일하고 있어요, just like that, you raise the voice upwards to make it as a question. 이거 25% 세일하고 있어요? Like that. Is this on 25% discount? That's the question. 이거 25% 세일 중이에요? So it's a question to ask the salesperson if you're wondering if a particular product is on sale. Okay? For other useful phrases, if you want to try the clothes on, you may ask, can I try this one on? 이거 입어봐도 돼요? 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 The salesperson will obviously say either yes or no. No is 아니요, 네, and then they'll finger point towards the changing room. You should be able to figure out where the changing room is usually because they've got logos, like picture directions, or they even have English most of the time saying changing room. Say you really like a particular product, whether it's a clothes or hat or shoes, but you're wondering if there is any other design or patterns or colors of that product. Here is the common question that people ask. Is there a different color? 다른 색깔 있어요? 다른 색깔 있어요? Now, 다른 means different. 색깔 means color. 있어요 is there is or do you have. But if you raise the voice like 있어요, like that and then you'll be is there, you have. So you notice the sentence structure from English. The sentence structure there is very different from English. You need to say key point of what you want to say first. Then add 있어요 at the end of sentence. So key point here is you are looking for different color. 다른 색깔. Okay? 다른 색깔 is the key point. So you say that first. 다른 색깔. Then you add 있어요 at the end of it. Meaning, do you have different color? Is there a different color? 다른 색깔 있어요? Or 다른 디자인 있어요? Is there other design? 다른 패턴 있어요? Is there other pattern? Is there a different pattern one? Something like this. You can use English like design, pattern, etc. Koreans commonly use them, so they won't have any problem understanding it. Now, you may ask for particular color, like colors like navy or khaki or pink. You can just use English, like navy, khaki, pink, something like this. Even black or blue or white, you can use them, saying black, blue, white, like this. Or you can just say it in English pronunciation. They should be able to understand them. But more commonly, there are Korean words for these common colors in the shop. White, black, red, blue. In Korean, we will say 흰색, 검정색, 빨강색, 파랑색. So 색 is the color. Once again, 흰, it's h and e together. 흰. So quickly, 흰색, 검정색, 빨강색, 파랑색. So 흰색 for white, 검정색 for black, 빨강색 for red, 파랑색 for blue. When you ask, 다른 색깔 있어요? Do you have a different color? Or you could point out a particular dress and ask, and does it have a blue color? In that case, you say 파랑색 있어요? 파랑색 있어요? Or you can use different colors, say 검정색 있어요? Something like that. So you can variate the front bit and then put 있어요 at the end of it. Then the answer will be either 아니요 or 네. If it's 네, they will say 파랑색 있어요. 검정색 있어요. Something like that. 있어요 will go down towards the end. Okay, meaning there is the blue one, there is black one, etc. You can also say 다른 디자인 있어요. 다른 패턴 있어요. 파란색 있어요. Or you can say actually the dress. If you're looking for a pink dress, you can say pink dress 있어요. The actual Korean pronunciation will be 핑크 드레스 있어요. Like that. Pink dress 있어요. You can say that as well. Anyway, you can variate words in front of 있어요 to ask for what you want. If you're asking for a particular size, the same 있어요 expression can be used. For example, if you want to say, is there L size? You say, L size 있어요. L size 있어요. L size 있어요. Or instead of L, you can use the word large. Say, large size 있어요. Medium size 있어요. Small size 있어요. Etc. You can point out a particular product and ask, 이거, this. 이거 medium size 있어요? Something like that. It's very easy. If you are buying a pair of shoes or dress or jacket, you might want to ask for bigger or smaller size, but you can't seem to find it on the display. In that case, you may want to ask, is there a bigger size? Is there a smaller size? And remember, when you want to say comparative in Korean, you use the word 더, more. Okay? So, 더 큰. 더 means more, 큰 means big. So together, it means bigger. 더 큰. Okay? 더 큰 사이즈 있어요? 더 큰 사이즈 있어요? Meaning, is there a bigger size? Smaller. Smaller is 더 작은. 더 작은. 더 작은 사이즈 있어요? 더 작은 사이즈 있어요? 더 큰 사이즈 있어요? 더 작은 사이즈 있어요? L 사이즈 있어요? Finally, you have decided and want to pay for this particular product. Then you can either say, please help me to pay this. 이거 계산 도와주세요. It's a Korean expression. Now, 계산 means calculation. As you know, 이거 means this. 계산 means calculation. And 도와주세요 means help me, but said in a formal way. So, 이거 계산 도와주세요, literal meaning is help me to calculate this. I know it sounds strange, but this is the expression. This is a common expression in Korean in Korea to mean that you want to pay for this product, so help me to pay for this at the counter. 이거 계산 도와주세요. A natural way of saying would be 이거 계산 도와주세요. 이거 계산 도와주세요. Alternatively, you can use the word I'll buy this. I will buy this. 이거 살게요. 이거 살게요. Now, you've learned the words 볼게요 in the previous slides. 둘러볼게요. 천천히 둘러볼게요. It's got 게요 at the end, meaning it's a future tense. I will do something in the future tense. So you can see that this word also has got keo at the end of sentence, meaning it's a future tense and has got involvement of I. 이거 살게요, meaning I will buy this. 이거 살게요. 이거 살게요. 이거 살게요. You get you're basically having the product with you, and then you say 이거 살게요. So finally, there will be two cases when you leave the shop. One, you pay for the product and say thank you, goodbye. And two, you just want to leave and move on to the next place without paying anything, without buying anything. Either way, following sentence will be very handy. Thank you. I will look around a little bit more. 감사합니다. 조금 더 둘러볼게요. 감사합니다. 조금 더 둘러볼게요. 감사합니다. 조금 더 둘러볼게요. First, if you're just leaving after paying for something, you could just say thank you. 감사합니다. 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 But if you want to leave the shop because you haven't found what you want, or you are unsure whether to buy something from the shop as you want to check out other places, then you could just leave, obviously. Or if you're talking to a salesperson, then you could just say to the salesperson, 감사합니다. 조금 더 둘러볼게요. Meaning, thank you, I will just look around a little bit more. And then decide. You can miss that 감사합니다 part if you want to. Just say 조금 더 둘러볼게요. 조금 더 둘러볼게요. Little more. I will look around. 감사합니다. 조금 더 둘러볼게요. 감사합니다. 조금 더 둘러볼게요. 감사합니다. 조금 더 둘러볼게요. So that's the end. As you can see, something something 있어요. Something something 있어요. Something something 둘러볼게요. These two sentences, right, 있어요 and 둘러볼게요, are handy tips for you when it comes to shopping in Korea. So please practice and use them, and have a great shopping in Korea.